All right. So you said that you're going to stay away from Russell Westbrook because of his price tag. Does that also apply to James Harden?
You know what? Sadly, it does. I know that he has a triple double with 40 points coming off his most recent game. I know that he's probably the favorite to win MVP. But when I put James Harden in my lineup and I try to compose the rest of the lineup, I'm just so dissatisfied with what I have left. And it's just too tough. And there are simply just other players on the lineup card tonight that can give you, 10 to 15 points range in terms of where Harden could potentially end up tonight. So I won't be going with Harden. A decent matchup against Milwaukee. But again, if we're talking about players over $10,000, it's just so frustrating to fit them into your lineups. I'm not even going to try.
All right. So then who are you going to select for your shooting guard?
CJ McCollum. And so here's a player I talk about all the time where you can get him on the cheap, but his ceiling is so incredibly high. He's given you at least 52 fantasy points 3 times in January. So when I talk about ceiling at a bargain, $7,300, I'm talking about players just like CJ McCollum who can go out there and get you quite a bit of points at a reasonable price tag.
All right.
I like this ultimate lineup.
Yeah, this is your starting five here for the ultimate lineup. We still have 3 other spots to fill here. I just want to ask you, do you win? Are you winning, DJ, without picking both Westbrook and Harden, keeping them out of your lineups?
You know what? If we're talking about tournaments when there's hundreds of thousands of entries and a Westbrook and a Harden goes off, and the players that are really low also go off, then it's tough to compete with that. But you don't always have to win every single tournament. If you're going to spread your money across the board, I like my odds just so much better. I really can't stress that enough. That more often than not, you're going to have a reliable and consistent lineup if you spread the money out. Maybe once in a while you'll hit with a Harden and Westbrook, but what you're really rooting for is a $3,000 price player to go off, and you can't expect $3,000 price players to go off on a consistent basis.